All right, 7-5, factoring x squared plus bx plus c. So we're going to factor these into two binomials, okay, to two binomials. This is going to be a little bit more work. I might actually have to break this up into a couple of videos. But let's start with a, x squared plus 3x minus 28. And we can do our little x thing. And remember, we want two numbers that multiply to get negative 28 and add to get 3. This is where the 3 comes from. This is where the negative 28 comes from. Okay, so let me think. What are my factors of negative 28? 14 and 2, that's not going to give me a 3. 7 and 4. 7 and 4 can give me a 3. And I want it to be a positive 3, so I'm going to do a positive 7 and a negative 4. And so I can factor this because I don't have an a value. I don't have to regroup any of this or anything. And I can just write x plus 7 times x minus 4. And that's really all there is for A. For B, same idea. And all of these, because we don't have an a value, when I say a value, we don't have a coefficient for the x squared. So we can just figure out what the factors are and then move on. We don't have to regroup it or do substitution because a is 1. And as long as a is 1, this is all there is to it. Okay, so B, x squared minus 13x minus 48. You might even be thinking, I wish factoring was still this easy. Negative 48 is our top number. That comes from right here. And negative 13, that's our bottom number. That comes from right there. Let's think of factors of 48. So 48, that is 24 and 2. It's 12 and 4. 12 and check mark. It's 12 and 4. It's 6 and 8. 6 and 8. What else do we have? 3 and 16. Okay, so 6 and 8 adds up to 14. That's not going to work. 12 and 4 is 16. No way of really getting 13 from that. 24 and 2. 3 and 16, though, that one we can get negative 13 out of. If we do negative 16 and a positive 3, negative 16 times 3 is negative 48. Negative 16 plus 3 is negative 13. So our final answer for this one is x minus 16 times x plus 3. All right, the last one, C, is slightly more complicated. We have x squared plus 18xy plus 45y squared. And remember, when we do the x thing to find we need to take anything that's not an x and put it up there. So 45y squared needs to be what goes up here, and 18y needs to go down here. So we need factors of 45 add up to 18, 3 and 15. Okay, so 15 times 3 is 15y and 3y. 15y times 3y gives us 45y squared, and 15y plus 3y gives us 18y. And so we're going to write this as x plus 15y times x plus 3y. And then just to do a real quick double check, I'm going to multiply this back out, and I should end up where I started. So x times x is x squared. X times 3y is 3xy. 15y times x is 15xy. And 15y times 3y is 45y squared. 3xy plus 15xy is 18xy. And that is where I started, x squared plus 18xy plus 45y squared. So I know that I did it right. Okay, and that is it for 7-5.